The striking presence of iconic actor Michael Landon, with his handsome visage and cascading hair, captivated audiences effortlessly. His confidence was palpable, evident in his ease before the camera, often baring his torso without hesitation. Yet, beneath this facade of poise lay a life veiled in tragedy, known only to his closest kin. Today, 33 years after his passing, his daughter unveils the sorrowful events that shaped his existence. Let's get started. Through the words of his daughter, Michael Landon's life was marked by numerous hardships, beginning with his tumultuous childhood. Growing up, he faced relentless bullying from his peers due to his mixed heritage, being half Jewish. This constant barrage of cruelty left a lasting impact, shaping him into a thin and angry child. However, the challenges didn't end there. His home life was equally fraught with difficulty. According to accounts from Entertainment Weekly and his daughter Cheryl Landon, Wilson's book, I Promised My Dad, Landon endured significant emotional abuse from his mother. She not only targeted him, but also directed her aggression towards his father. Wilson vividly described the exhausting atmosphere within their household, where her grandmother's bullying behavior was pervasive and relentless. Landon's father, though perhaps initially unable to counteract his wife's behavior, eventually grew weary under the weight of such toxicity. In response to the overwhelming negativity surrounding him, Landon found solace in solitude. He withdrew into his own world, seeking refuge from the harsh realities of his upbringing. Within the confines of his imagination, he began to construct a vision of himself independent from the painful circumstances he faced daily. This retreat into his inner world served as a coping mechanism, allowing him to endure the trials of his youth. As he matured, Landon's aspirations led him to pursue a career in the entertainment industry. However, his ambitions were met with disappointment when his father attempted to secure him a job in Los Angeles through his connections at RKO Radio Pictures. This incident, recounted via People magazine, was a humiliating setback for both father and son. Denied access to the property by an unwavering security guard, it was a stark reminder of the limitations imposed upon them. Determined to forge his own path and free himself from the constraints of indebtedness, Landon made a pivotal decision. He resolved to chart his course independently, refusing to rely on favors or connections for his success. This determination to carve out his destiny on his terms became a guiding principle in his life. Despite not initially intending to pursue acting professionally, circumstances conspired to lead him down that path, as recounted in Cheryl Landon Wilson's book, I Promised My Dad. Landon's foray into acting began unexpectedly while he was employed at a ribbon factory. It was there, amidst the humdrum of factory life, that a colleague approached him seeking assistance with an audition for Warner Brothers. Although acting wasn't part of his original plan, Landon agreed to help, finding himself unexpectedly captivated by the creative process. However, the practicalities of life still loomed large, and Landon needed to find a way to sustain himself while exploring this newfound passion. With a stroke of strategic thinking, he secured a job at a gas station conveniently located near the Warner Bros. Studios. This move wasn't merely about financial stability. It was a calculated step towards immersing himself in the world of Hollywood, hoping proximity to the studio would offer opportunities for networking and exposure. Fortune favored Landon when an executive noticed him during his shifts at the gas station, recognizing his potential and urging him to pursue formal training in acting. Buoyed by this encouragement, Landon embarked on a journey of self-improvement, enrolling in acting classes to refine his craft. Despite the demands of his studies, he continued to navigate the challenges of making ends meet, taking on various odd jobs to support himself. In a symbolic gesture of reinvention, Landon chose to adopt a new identity, shedding his former self and embracing the persona of Michael Landon. The choice of name, plucked from a mundane phone book, carried a sense of liberation and possibility, signaling his readiness to embrace the opportunities that lay ahead. However, Landon's ascent in the acting world was far from meteoric. Undeterred by setbacks and rejections, he persevered with unwavering determination, auditioning tirelessly, and accepting minor roles as stepping stones towards his ultimate goal. Each audition, each small part, was a testament to his resilience and unwavering commitment to his craft. It wasn't until the mid-1950s that Landon began to taste the fruits of his labor, securing his first significant breakthrough in the competitive world of Hollywood. As an original cast member of Bonanza, Michael Landon left an indelible mark on television history with his portrayal of Little Joe Cartwright. Alongside his co-star Dan Blocker, who played his brother Hoss, Landon helped define the dynamic of the beloved Western series. However, tragedy struck during the filming of the show's 13th season, as recounted in Douglas Snaufer's The Show Must Go On. Following the conclusion of filming, Dan Blocker underwent routine gallbladder removal surgery, unaware of the grave complications that would ensue. A blood clot formed during the procedure, eventually traveling to his lung, causing Blocker's heart to stop before surgeons could intervene. The sudden and devastating loss of Blocker, at the young age of 43, cast a pall over the cast and crew of Bonanza. Despite the profound grief that permeated the set, Michael Landon endeavored to maintain a sense of levity amidst the somber atmosphere. Guest star Ken Howard recalled Landon's remarkable ability to infuse humor into the darkest of moments, providing much-needed respite for his grieving colleagues. However, behind the facade of laughter, Landon grappled with the weight of his emotions, a sentiment echoed during a heartfelt speech he delivered to the cast and crew as production resumed. The loss of Dan Blocker reverberated throughout the remainder of Bonanza's run, with the series enduring just one more season before concluding. Yet tragedy would once again visit Landon a decade later, following the conclusion of Highway to Heaven. His dear friend and co-star Victor French succumbed to lung cancer, a diagnosis that had only been made 3 months prior, as reported by the AP. While the medical cause of French's death was clear, Landon attributed the ultimate tragedy to French's battle with alcohol addiction, a struggle chronicled by their mutual co-star Karen Grassel in her memoir. The year 1959 marked a significant turning point in Michael Landon's life, as he encountered a devastating loss that would shape his worldview and profoundly impact his emotional landscape. Amidst his burgeoning career in acting, tragedy struck with the sudden and unexpected passing of his father, sending shockwaves through Landon's world. The routine simplicity of his father's daily ritual, punctuated by a casual visit to a theater and a taste of the soup du jour, was abruptly shattered by the onset of a major heart attack. As recounted in Cheryl Landon Wilson's poignant narrative in I Promised My Dad, the news of his father's sudden demise reverberated through Landon's being, leaving him reeling with grief and disbelief. In the aftermath of his father's passing, Landon grappled with the harsh reality of mortality, grappling with the fear that he too might meet a premature end due to a similar fate. Yet, true to his resilient spirit, Landon sought solace in humor, a coping mechanism that would become characteristic of his coping style. Transforming his inner turmoil into a comedic routine, he humorously mimicked the symptoms of a heart attack, albeit with a tinge of underlying sadness. However, beneath the veneer of levity lay a profound sense of responsibility and duty. Landon took it upon himself to ensure that his father received a dignified farewell, shouldering the financial burden of the funeral costs. Moreover, he committed himself to safeguarding the welfare of his mother and sister, recognizing the importance of providing for his family amidst their shared grief. The loss of his father reverberated deeply within Landon's psyche, leaving him grappling with a tumult of emotions as he attempted to navigate the demands of his burgeoning career. Returning to the set of The Legend of Tom Dooley proved to be a daunting task, as grief weighed heavily upon his shoulders, casting a shadow over his usual vitality and enthusiasm. Despite his portrayal as a devoted family man on screen, particularly in the iconic series Little House on the Prairie, Landon's personal life was far from perfect, characterized by the challenges and complexities inherent in navigating relationships. The dissolution of his first marriage, as Pamela Lansden aptly describes in People magazine, could be attributed to the naivety of youth. Yet it was his second marriage that garnered considerable attention and speculation, with rumors swirling about his involvement with a younger woman. However, Landon vehemently refuted these claims, asserting that the decision to end his marriage was driven by irreconcilable differences rather than infidelity. Reflecting on the demise of his second marriage, Landon articulated his deep-seated conviction that the dissolution of a long-term relationship necessitated more than mere physical attraction to a younger partner. Instead, he emphasized the profound emotional and psychological chasms that had emerged, ultimately leading to the unraveling of the marital bond. In the midst of personal upheaval, Landon found solace and companionship in Cindy Clerico, a makeup artist whose path crossed with his own. Their connection blossomed into a profound partnership, one marked by mutual understanding and shared aspirations for domestic harmony. Michael Landon's relationship with his children was a central pillar of his life, characterized by love, devotion, and unwavering support. Among his 9 children, his bond with Cheryl was particularly profound, rooted in a deep sense of familial connection and mutual affection. Cheryl's journey into Landon's life began when he married her mother, Marjorie Lynn Noe, and formally adopted her at the tender age of 6. From that moment onwards, Cheryl was enveloped in a world of love and care, cherished as a precious member of the Landon family. Reflecting on her upbringing, Cheryl fondly recalled the special bond she shared with her father, describing herself as being treated like a princess in his presence. Their relationship was marked by a deep sense of mutual admiration and respect, with Landon's unwavering support serving as a source of strength and inspiration for Cheryl throughout her life. Tragically, Cheryl's life was nearly cut short in a harrowing car accident that occurred in Tucson, Arizona, when she was just 19 years old. The accident claimed the lives of 3 individuals, leaving Cheryl fighting for survival in the aftermath of the devastating collision. Miraculously, she emerged from the wreckage, although her condition remained precarious as she slipped into a coma that lasted for 4 agonizing days. During this tumultuous period, Michael Landon's steadfast presence served as a beacon of hope and resilience. Despite the grim prognosis issued by medical professionals, Landon refused to give up on his beloved daughter, willing her to fight for her life with unwavering determination and resolve. In a poignant interview on the 700 Club in 1982, Landon recounted the ordeal, emphasizing his unwavering belief in Cheryl's ability to overcome the odds stacked against her. Cheryl herself credited her father's unwavering support and encouragement as instrumental factors in her eventual recovery, recalling his steadfast presence by her side during her darkest moments. The relationship between Melissa Gilbert and Michael Landon, forged on the set of Little House on the Prairie, evolved into a profound bond that transcended the boundaries of their professional lives. Gilbert's admiration for Landon extended beyond his talents as an actor and director, encompassing his role as a mentor and father figure during her formative years. Their connection deepened following the tragic loss of Gilbert's father in 1976, drawing their families closer together and fostering a sense of kinship that extended beyond the confines of the television screen. Annual vacations to Hawaii became a cherished tradition, providing a respite from the demands of their respective careers and offering moments of shared laughter and camaraderie. However, the idyllic harmony of their relationship was shattered when revelations of Landon's affair with Cindy Clerico came to light. For Gilbert, the news struck a devastating blow, shattering her perception of Landon as a mentor and father figure. As detailed in I Promised My Dad by Cheryl Landon Wilson, Gilbert's shock mirrored that of Landon's own family, underscoring the profound impact of the affair on those closest to him. Publicly, Gilbert struggled to reconcile the image of Landon as a flawed human being, grappling with the realization that his actions contradicted the ideals he had espoused. The betrayal cast a shadow over their once close relationship, leading to a period of estrangement marked by polite but distant interactions. According to Mental Floss, the fallout from the affair strained Gilbert's relationship with Landon, leading to a noticeable shift in their dynamic both on and off screen. Despite their shared history, communication between the two dwindled following the conclusion of Little House on the Prairie, with Gilbert maintaining a cautious distance from her former co-star. Their estrangement endured for years, with Gilbert refraining from speaking to Landon until 1990. Yet, despite the rift that had formed between them, Gilbert harbored no ill will towards her on-screen father. In later years, she fondly remembered Landon as an exceptional talent and a compassionate human being, reflecting on his multifaceted legacy with warmth and appreciation. For Gilbert, the complexity of her relationship with Landon served as a testament to the nuances of human connection, highlighting the profound impact that individuals can have on one another's lives, both in moments of triumph and in times of struggle. Michael Landon's life took a profound turn when he received a devastating cancer diagnosis in April 1991, a moment that would forever alter the trajectory of his existence. Despite the gravity of his condition, Landon approached his illness with characteristic strength and resolve, refusing to succumb to fear or despair. In an interview with Life magazine, as reported by the Associated Press, Landon articulated his unwavering determination to confront his diagnosis head-on, acknowledging the stark reality that he faced two possible outcomes: victory or defeat. Throughout his battle with cancer, Landon remained steadfast in his commitment to his family, channeling his energies into spending quality time with his loved ones while exploring various treatment options, including chemotherapy and experimental therapies. Despite the formidable challenges posed by his illness, Landon refused to relinquish hope, vowing to fight with every fiber of his being. Central to Landon's resilience in the face of adversity was his unwavering faith in God and the unshakable support of his family. Speaking candidly about his beliefs, Landon expressed a profound sense of peace and acceptance, grounded in the knowledge that his fate ultimately rested in the hands of a higher power. "I don't see why I should fear death, and I don't," he remarked, underscoring his conviction that his faith would guide him through even the darkest of times. However, amidst the turmoil of his illness, Landon grappled with the painful realization that miscommunication had led to estrangement from his children during his final weeks. Cheryl Landon Wilson, in her poignant reflection in I Promised My Dad, recounted her profound regret over the misunderstanding that prevented her father from spending precious moments with his children. Despite assurances from Cindy Clerico, Landon's partner, regarding visitation arrangements, the truth emerged too late, leaving Wilson consumed by anguish and remorse. Michael Landon's passing in July 1991 at the age of 54 sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and left countless fans bereft. While Landon himself may not have harbored a fear of death, his departure left an irreplaceable void in the hearts of those who had come to admire and cherish him. Among those who mourned his loss was former President Ronald Reagan, whose poignant tribute underscored the profound impact of Landon's life and legacy on the American psyche. His tragic battle with cancer touched the hearts of every American, as did his indomitable spirit, Reagan remarked, encapsulating the collective sorrow felt by a nation mourning the loss of one of its most beloved figures. The somber occasion of Landon's funeral was marked by a gathering of 500 attendees at a private ceremony held at a memorial park in Los Angeles. Among those paying their respects was Melissa Gilbert, whose heartfelt tribute captured the essence of Landon's character and the profound impact he had on those around him. "He was so special and so basically good," Gilbert reminisced, reflecting on Landon's unwavering integrity and steadfastness of character. With him, she noted, one always knew exactly where they stood, a testament to the authenticity and sincerity that defined Landon's relationships with others. In the years following his passing, Landon's legacy endured, immortalized through his contributions to American television. Despite the tragic circumstances of his death, Landon's indomitable spirit remained undimmed, with his unwavering optimism shining through until the very end. As noted by People magazine, Landon approached his final days with a sense of contentment and gratitude, reflecting on his life with a profound sense of fulfillment. "I've had a pretty good lick here," he remarked, acknowledging the richness of his experiences and the blessings he had encountered along the way. Landon's battle with cancer had become public knowledge following a press conference at his home, yet Gilbert had intuited the severity of his condition long before any official announcement, recognizing the toll that years of smoking and drinking had taken on his health. Nervously bracing herself for the emotional reunion, Gilbert finally mustered the courage to visit Landon a week before his passing. The sight that greeted her was a stark departure from the robust and energetic figure she had known during their shared days on set. Landon, once the embodiment of strength and vitality as Pa Ingalls, now appeared fragile and gaunt, his once vibrant spirit dimmed by the relentless advance of illness. Gilbert's heart broke at the sight of him, describing him as almost invisible, a haunting testament to the ravages of cancer. Despite the pall of illness that hung over Landon's final days, moments of profound warmth and connection were shared among his family members. Surrounded by all 9 of his children, Landon experienced a sense of closure and tranquility, perhaps even catching a glimpse of the proverbial light, as his daughter Leslie recounted. Reports suggested that Landon engaged in conversations with his late parents, finding solace in the imagined presence of loved ones awaiting his arrival in the afterlife. In a poignant exchange with his children, Landon accepted the inevitability of his fate with grace and love. His final words, "You're right. It's time. I love you all," served as a poignant testament to the depth of his affection and the enduring bond he shared with his family. As he bid farewell to his children, Landon sought solace in the arms of his devoted wife, Cindy, finding comfort and peace in her presence as he prepared to embark on his final journey. What do you think about the tragedies that happened in Michael Landon's life? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.